Okay, we're looking at number 5 from the test. And number 5 says, write the equation for the line of tangency for f of x equals 1 over x squared at x equals -1. What is this asking us to do? First of all, it says write the equation. So in the end, we better have an equation of something. And it wants us to write the equation for a line. And it's a line that does something very special. It's the line that is a tangent line to the graph of f of x when we're at x equals -1. How will we do that? Well, one important thing to know is that there is a way of writing the equation of a line when you know a point on the line and you know its slope. So here's what it is. Y equals the slope times the quantity x minus an x coordinate plus the y coordinate. In fact, this is called the point slope form of a line, because we know both of these. You see, the point in this case, the point is the point x sub 0, y sub 0. Those are the coordinates of a point on the graph, and the slope is the m. And do we have a way of finding the slope? We absolutely do, because we know how to find derivatives. So I guess we'll have to find the derivative. The derivative of f of x equals 1 over x squared. Do we have any idea what that is? Well, let me just point this out to you. In number 4, they actually told you what that derivative is. They said in number 4 that the derivative of this function is going to be -2 over x cubed. Okay, so this is a test-taking strategy. The test-taking strategy is, if the test tells you important information in previous or different questions, use it. Feel free to use it. They're not lying to you, or they shouldn't be. But maybe you weren't sure or didn't notice that the test already told you what that derivative is, and you need to find it yourself. Well, if you need to find it yourself, I suggest rewrite f of x as, see, 1 over x squared is the same as 1 times x to the -2, right? So 1 times x to the -2 is x to the -2, and this lets us find the derivative using the power rule. The derivative of f of x is, take that -2 and bring it down. This is -2x, but now it's -2 minus 1, which is -3. But this is just the same as -2 times 1 over x cubed. Oh, but -2 times 1 over x cubed, that's -2 over x cubed, which is exactly what they told you it would be. But there we have it. There we have our derivative. Let's use the derivative now to pull together all the information we need to make this line. Now, over here on the side, I'm going to try to help make some things clear to you. You see, we were given an f of x. Do you know what? Can you tell me what f of x is? Yes, f of x is 1 over x squared. That was given to us. And we've now found the derivative. The derivative is -2 over x cubed. Now, how do we use these values, or what do we use them for? We use this for finding our y coordinate, and we use this for finding our slope. In fact, here's the way it's going to work. What value are we going to put in for the x? Well, we're going to put in the value of x that they gave us. In this case, the value of x that they gave us, if you go over here, it was telling us that this is all happening at x equals -1. Right there. It says x equals -1. So in this case, the x naught, or x sub 0, is -1. So let's see. This means that f at -1, let's see, f at -1 is 1 over, see how I substitute into parentheses? You should be doing that also. You have to do that or you will make mistakes. This is 1 over -1 squared is 1, and therefore f evaluated at -1 equals 1, and that is the value of the y0. In other words, you see, the point that we have to work with is this guy, and we know that x sub 0 is -1, and when you plug in a -1, we just saw that you get 1. So there's the point. All right. So as a quick summary, one more time, let's see here, use f to find the y-coordinate. Alright, now let's see here. What are we going to use to find the slope? Do you know? I hope you remember. We're going to use the slope. To find the slope, we're going to use the derivative. That's right. So let's see here. Let's evaluate the derivative at x equals -1. When we do that, we get -2 over, see how I substitute into parentheses? -1 cubed. So this is -2 over, -1 cubed means -1 times -1 times -1. That's -1. And so it's -2 over -1, which is a positive 2. That is the slope. So let's see here. We now know the slope is 2, so let's summarize this. We're going to use the derivative to find the slope. And now can we plug these in to the equation? Let's plug it into the point-slope form of an equation. Just to remind you, this is the point-slope form of an equation. Y equals m times the quantity x minus the x-coordinate plus the y-coordinate. We now know all of these. So we have y equals, what was the slope? Oh, the slope was 2, which we used the derivative to find. So the slope is 2 times the quantity x minus, what is the x-coordinate? They gave us the x-coordinate. The x-coordinate that they gave us was a x equals -1. See what I did there, using parentheses? Plus, and what was this y-coordinate that we just found? Oh, we used f to find the y-coordinate. That was a 1. So I'll plug it in right here. There's my 1. I'm just going to simplify this, clean it up a little bit, and that'll be it. So we have y equals 2 times the quantity x. And this is minus a negative, so I'll write that as plus 1, and then plus 1. There it is. This is the equation. This is an equation of a line, and it's a very important line. It's the line that is tangent to the graph of f at x equals -1. We can call this the line of tangency at x equals -1.